This episode is brought to you by Leo Bato and Associates, ang realtor na patok.
You became an entrepreneur.
Yes.
That's not NPO.
No, it was by chance that, I started Brown.Baked. It was something that I started just doing in the kitchen, just making like regular cookies and chocolate chip and butterscotch and playing with things. Then I was like, could I put a Filipino spin on this? So that's really, and this was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I was living in Glendale at the time. And I just like started playing with like ube and buko pandan, and I would post it, and people were like, "Can we buy this? Can I buy this?" I'm like, "No, it's just I'm just making it for fun. This is just something I like to do." And then my one friend who worked with me, Melissa Gordy, related to Barry Gordy. So for
My God. Yeah.
for
yeah,
those
yeah.
Motown fans out
Yeah.
there, she had asked me to if she could order a couple platters for her daughter's birthday. So
Wait, this is with the Filipino twist already? Or
yeah, she's Thai.
Oh, okay.
So she knows like the flavor.
Yeah.
So,
Especially pandan.
yeah. So she's like, could I get some of your waffles to have at my daughter's birthday? So I made that, and she was my very first customer, and really thanks to her. And just to do it for like the Gordy family, right?
Yeah.
So that was pretty amazing. And ever since then, that was like the really what how Brown.Baked was really born, was from that first order, and people just had continually ordered and just loved the stuff.
Is there a brick and mortar?
There is not. I'm still home based. Have the cottage permit and all that good stuff. So
But
straight
how
to
many
consumer.
have you employed, or is it just you one-man band?
I did have somebody, but unfortunately she passed from
sorry.
cancer recently. So right now it's a one-person show.
Made to order.
Yeah, made to order.
This episode is brought to you by Leo Bato and Associates, ang realtor na patok.
Made to order. I always get this question: do I ship? Not yet, because I have this worry about. I want to make sure it's quality and it's fresh.
Right.
I really don't want somebody eating into a stale cookie, or if it's too hard.
The name. How'd you come up with that name? That's a very nice name. Brown.Baked.
Brown.Baked. Well, really, what people wanted, my friends, like, you need to call it Lusty Sweets. I was like,
Oh yeah.
because it's my last name,
Yeah.
Lustina. I was like, well, that sounds a little too sexual. I don't know if
Right.
I want to put that out there. So it's a little bit play like brown, right? Brown. That's when you know the cookie is done, right? It's brown.
Brown.
But I'm brown because I'm Filipino.
Right.
And then everything is baked. So thus Brown.Baked is born.
Ang galing, no?
Yeah.
That's very nice. Okay. Baking is different from cooking. With baking, you have to be precise.
Correct. It's a science. It's all about proportions and making sure you have like things like your baking, if you're using baking powder or baking soda and flour and milk.
Don't wait. Hold
all
on,
that
hold on.
stuff.
Slow down. Because I can cook, but I've tried baking. The only thing I could bake is hot fudge brownies, and even then, it's not perfect. You know those ready mix. And I did not understand why. I did not understand the importance of the word ready mix until someone said, dude, that ready mix brownie that you have, that is not baking.
Because it's all in one and you just have to add water
Right?
usually. Yeah.
So this whole baking thing, and again, if you're a baker, you know what I'm talking about. But to us non-bakers, I just want to hear it from you, because I've heard so many life lessons from baking and this show, which is to inspire and to inform. I've heard analogies that if you can bake, your life journey is actually going to be easy.
Interesting.
And you mentioned the key word. It's how do you say it? Measured.
Everything's measured, planned out. Yeah, because you have to have the right proportions or it'll come out wrong. So like 1-to-1, 1-to-1. All
Is
these
it
other.
look at your sentences. Those are like right? Like, yeah, if you don't measure right, they will come out wrong. And okay, let's talk about baking. Let's talk about the prep. Let's talk about baking. Give me a product. What product?
Well, I do. My main products, what's most popular is my cookies and my cheesecakes.
Without giving away the recipe, we'll just talk about specific, okay?
Yeah, I'm not giving out any recipes today. So
Okay. Okay, let's cheesecake. So the preparation is what comes out first?
So what I need to do when I prep a cheesecake, I need to make sure that the cream cheese out because I do need to have
Don't
it.
mention.
Oh, I could mention it. They know. They know.
Okay,
I
alright,
mean,
alright.
you have to have everything at room temperature practically.
Okay.
So that's your cream cheese, your
Okay,
eggs, your
room-
butter.
Let's stop there. Room temperature.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means if you have an AC like this or whatever, do you have to be meticulously particular about the temperature of the room that you're in?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, I leave the cream cheese out overnight, it's usually fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, cream cheese. Okay.
Cream cheese and your eggs and your butter if you're going to use that.
So they can't come from the fridge.
No.
Ooh.
No, because there's stuff that can happen to the items that you're making. There could be cracking in the cheesecake. There could be some curdling that can happen. There's all these things that can happen if you don't have things at room temperature.
So you can't. Okay. So you have to have patience.
Yeah.
So preparation is the key.
Yeah, scheduling.
Scheduling also.
Yeah, scheduling. Yeah, because a cheesecake, if somebody has orders, I give them a minimum. You have to give me a minimum of 2 days notice. Because like once you have the items out, then you bake it, and then you have to have it chill overnight also.
Oh my God. So what made you, now I understand when someone said you want to go through life successfully, bake. Because that's what they told me. And now I'm beginning to understand it from your perspective because you just don't jump in. There has to be preparation and you have to have purpose, no?
Well, for baking, yeah, you do have
think-
you have to have it like
Is it just
structured.
baking? Or-
I think in life, yes, you can have something structured, but you could also have. You need some spontaneity. You need to have some excitement in your world
That would
because
be
otherwise it would be just boring.
Then that would be cooking.
Yeah.
But
I cook too, but I just don't sell it. I that's the one thing I won't do is because I'm scared something's like, okay, this is too salty. You put too much patis in here. I might get my gout. I don't know.